What's happening? Please excuse the way I'm dressed. For anybody that's following my channel, you will know tomorrow, Sunday, I'm having some sort of a medical procedure. So today I'm doing some prep, you could say, and I'm feeling a little bit vulnerable. But I didn't want to miss out on the opportunity to talk about what has just been put out on X by Mark Williams Thomas regarding the Jay Slater case. So he put out a tweet earlier today and I read it and I was just a bit like, why is this guy talking such absolute waffle? He's mentioning, the Jay Slater case. One day, I'll bring out my evidence or whatever that he's holding back. So I was thinking, why is he speaking in riddles like that? And I tweeted back saying, stop speaking in riddles, do the right thing and give the people the information that you say you have that you've been holding back. I'm not sure if you'll remember, but just a week ago, I did a video sat in my car talking about the Jay Slater case where I did actually, I called him out and I said that Luggy, the guy who is closely tied in with the Jay Slater case, has basically accused Mark Williams Thomas of lying. He's saying that that Mark Williams Thomas never had any evidence to believe that Jay Slater, number one, left the Airbnb in a panic, which Mark Williams Thomas said he had evidence of. And the second thing was that Luggy claims Mark Williams Thomas has no evidence for the claims he made that Jay left with knives from the Airbnb, which is said, I suppose, to suggest that he felt he needed to defend himself. And I found it quite interesting because if those things were lies or are lies, that really changes the whole narrative, because the majority of people who have been interested and invested in the case, they take Mark Williams Thomas's word as gospel because he's speaking because he comes through the media, the medium of mainstream media. When he turned up, Sky News are all on him and they've all got their cameras on him. It's like, oh, he's somebody we can rely on, somebody we can trust. I don't buy it myself, but, ultimately, maybe he is slightly more qualified than some of us on the internet to talk on the topic. Cool. Anyway, Luggy was showing messages where he had text or messaged privately Mark Williams Thomas saying, come on, just admit that you've lied, and I don't think he was getting a response. So then Mark Williams Thomas posted that tweet today. I replied. Then somebody told me that I'd been quoted in the Daily Mirror. My tweet had been quoted in the Daily Mirror, basically saying, stop messing about and post your evidence for the people to see, because the people deserve to know the truth. And now he's just tweeted another tweet saying that he is actually going to give the information that he's been holding back. He said enough time has passed and he feels that he can comfortably release that information, which is amazing. That's all we've wanted. That's all we've been asking for. I don't know why he couldn't do it sooner. Maybe it's because he's closer to writing his book or doing his TV program about it, and he needed to build some hype around it. It just seemed a little bit strange to me. He did also mention in this most recent tweet that Jay Slater's family also have a program on its way regarding what happened, but he says that it's from a completely different perspective. Interesting. So is their perspective that Jay fell, and is Mark Williams Thomas's perspective, as it's been for the whole time, that somebody killed him, or that there's suspicion around it? It's interesting. I don't know. What do you think? Do you think that Mark Williams Thomas and the family have polarizing views of what happened, or do you think that it's just a small difference between their stories or their theories? Who believes anything Mark Williams Thomas says? Who believes the family? I don't know who to believe these days. Everybody's got so many different versions of the truth, and it's just like, it gets to a point where I don't know if I believe any of them. But Mark Williams Thomas, I've been suspicious of him from the very beginning. I have. I just don't know who he is to just come waltzing into the scene just because he used to do this and used to do that. And Sky News are like, oh, we'll film this guy. Why this guy? There was other people there. There was other journalists. There was other detectives. There was police officers. They didn't speak to nobody. Okay, they have the secrets, the deal in the Spanish police that they got to keep things quiet and whatnot. So maybe they couldn't have interviewed them. But there was other British people that they could have interviewed. But it's always him. Every time it's him. There's a Nicola Bulley case, the Madeleine McCann case. It's just always him. He's like a spin doctor. I don't know. We'll see. I'm looking forward to finding out what this information is that he's planning to release. I think he mentioned that he's got a show coming out about it, which would lead me to believe that that's why he's kept it quiet for so long, is to build up the hype. So there we go, guys. For all the people who are absolutely obsessed by the Jay Slater case, good news is in the next couple of weeks or months, you're going to get two TV shows. One from the family and one from Mark Williams Thomas. So there you are. Plenty of information for you to all go rifling through. I mean, don't get me wrong, I certainly will be watching, just like you. But I am interested, to say the least. What proof does Mark Williams Thomas have that Jay Slater left in a panic and left or had knives with him? Reminds me as well, Ayub, when he did the Central Club podcast, he did make a comment about, I didn't know that Jay had knives. If Jay had knives, then what's to say my safety wasn't at risk? And I thought about that comment because I was thinking, how did you know that Jay had knives? And then it made me wonder, Mark Williams Thomas did say that he'd spoken to Ayub, or he said he'd spoken to one of the boys, and I always assumed it was Ayub and not Rocky. If that is the case, then Mark Williams Thomas may have been the one to tell Ayub about the knives. Do you think? Maybe. I don't know. Anyway, look, I'm going to log off. I just wanted to share that. I'd like to hope that me pressuring Mark Williams Thomas in my last video and on Twitter today had something to do with it, but the reality is he was probably planning this for a while, just trying to build up hype around his program or his book or whatever it is he's selling, his wine. That's an inside joke for those that know. Listen, I'm gonna go. I will see you in the next video. Make sure to like and subscribe. We will discuss this again soon, very soon. I hope everybody's well. Please wish me luck for my little procedure tomorrow. It's nothing too deep. Well, it is quite deep. But anyway, I will be fine. I'll be fine. See you later. Ta-da! Loves you.